its own domestic operation.
大家好，歡迎收睇邵逸夫獎2015頒獎典禮。我係今晚嘅大會主持鄭裕玲。
我係高世章。邵逸夫獎今年已經係第12屆舉辦，而今年就有5位國際頂尖科學家親自嚟到現場接受呢項殊榮。
被譽為東方諾貝爾獎嘅邵逸夫獎係根據邵逸夫先生嘅意願喺2002年宣布成立嘅。獎項成立嘅目的係為咗表彰而家仍然從事有關學術領域、學術研究、科學研究或者應用上近期有突破性嘅成就，或者喺其他領域有卓越成就嘅科學家。
邵逸夫獎一共設有3個獎項，分別係天文學獎、生命科學與醫學獎同埋數學科學獎。而評審準則主要係考慮候選人嘅研究成果能夠推動社會進步、提高人類生活質素以及豐富人類精神文明。而候選人近期嘅成果將會獲得優先考慮。
今晚大會十分榮幸，係邀請到中華人民共和國香港特別行政區行政長官梁振英先生為主禮嘉賓。而家有請梁特首進場，並由梁振英夫人陪同。跟住有請本年度5位得獎者進場。首先係邵逸夫天文學獎得獎者，有請 Mr. William J. Barucki 威廉·白露奇先生進場。而本年度獲得邵逸夫生命科學與醫學獎嘅得獎者一共有2位。首先有請 Professor Bonnie L. Basker 邦尼·巴斯勒教授進場。
之後有請 Professor E. Peter Greenberg 彼得·格林伯格教授進場。
跟住落嚟，有請本年度邵逸夫數學科學獎得獎者，一共有2位。先請 Professor Gerd Faltings 格爾德·法爾廷斯教授進場。
接住有請 Professor Henrik Ivaниec 亨利克·伊萬尼克教授進場。歡迎晒咁多位得獎者。依家我哋有請邵逸夫獎評審會副主席楊江海教授為大家致辭。
Chief Executive, Mrs. Shaw, laureates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the 12th Annual Shaw Prize Award presentation ceremony. The 3 scientific fields covered by the Shaw Prizes, namely astronomy, life science and medicine, and mathematical sciences, have all made spectacular progress in recent years. Tonight, we honor 5 scientists in these 3 fields for their distinguished contributions. The Shaw Prize was established in the year 2002 under the auspices of Mr. Run Run Shaw to honor individuals, regardless of race, nationality, gender, and religious belief, who have achieved significant breakthroughs in academic and scientific research or applications, and whose work has resulted in a positive and profound impact on mankind. The Shaw Prize is proud to play a role in recognizing revolutionary advances in these vibrant and productive areas of modern scientific research. The chairs of the selection committees will now present the laureates and their achievements. Thank you.
唔該晒楊教授。跟住有請邵逸夫天文學獎遴選委員會主席 Professor Peter Goldreich 彼得高利教授為大家致辭。
Ladies and gentlemen, it is my honor to describe a little bit about the recipient of this year's Shaw Prize in Astronomy. 30 years ago, William Barucki and Audrey Summers published a paper assessing the potential for detecting extrasolar planetary systems by transit photometry. The key concept is to simultaneously monitor the brightness of a large number of stars with a high precision photometer. Subsequently, Barucki began a long quest to develop a suitable photometer and to convince the astronomical community and the United States National Space and Aeronautics Administration, also called NASA, that a modest space mission could discover planets potentially capable of harboring life. Mission development began in 2002 and launch occurred in March 2009. 5 years after launch, the Kepler mission has detected over 4,000 planet candidates and confirmed more than 1,000. Analysis of these data shows that most stars have planets and that small Earth-sized planets are common. An important milestone in gaining acceptance for the Kepler mission was the demonstration that photometry from space would be precise enough to detect Earth-sized planets transiting sun-sized stars. Thank you.
唔該晒高李教授。之後我哋有請邵逸夫生命科學與醫學獎遴選委員會主席簡奪威教授為大家致辭。
The Honorable Chief Executive, Mrs. Mona Shaw, ladies and gentlemen. Bonnie Basler of the Princeton University and Peter Greenberg of the University of Washington are awarded the Shaw Prize in Life Sciences and Medicine for their major
好啊好啊好啊
contributions
拎走呢個碟啊，我唔要呢啲碟啊，好阻埞啊，我覺得。有嘢
quorum sensing.
係啊，
因為我領一
我知我知，
同埋呢個骨擺乾淨啲。
It can be luminescent.
我大把廢紙啊，一好阻埞，睇下而家舒服幾多。
舒服有日陣間都執執。
係。
Many bacteria are human pathogens. Their insight into the mechanism of quorum sensing has spawned new concepts to treat infections in a fundamentally different way from the conventional antibiotics currently used. New classes of chemicals are being actively explored to treat infections in humans, or perhaps even for baldness. Thank you.
唔該晒簡教授。最後有請邵逸夫數學科學獎遴選委員會主席 Professor Peter C. Sana 彼得薩納克教授為大家致辭。
Executive, Mrs. Shaw, ladies and gentlemen, it is a great honor and a great pleasure for me to say a few words about the 2015 Shaw Prize winners in mathematics. Our two laureates today, Gert Faldings and Henrik Ivanits, are responsible for some of the most spectacular advances in number theory in the last 30 years. They have been instrumental in solving problems, providing techniques and tools, theories that have become standard for all workers in the field and even in related areas. Gert famously burst onto the scene with his proof of the long-standing Mordell conjecture, which concerns, I didn't bring a blackboard, put the equations up, so I'll just describe it in words. You have a polynomial in two variables, his higher dimensional Diophantine approximation theorem, and his foundational development of p-adic-Hodge theory are two striking examples. Henrik Ivanits burst onto the scene early on with his works in sieve theory and its application to prime numbers. One need not look far in almost any of the many recent papers in this area before recognizing Henrik's ideas and insights. Henrik has played a major role in shaping what we call analytic number theory. On behalf of the Mathematical Sciences Committee, I offer my very warm congratulations to Gert Faldings and Henrik Ivanits winners of the 2015 Shaw Prize in Mathematical Maths.
唔該晒，薩納克教授。
總結12屆邵逸夫獎，一共有65位科學家係得到呢項國際學術界嘅殊榮。而今年5位得獎者，除咗會嚟臨頒獎禮現場，亦都會去到多間大學進行演講，同埋會響香港嘅科學館舉行公眾座談會。
而大會亦會將演講同座談會錄像以及頒獎典禮情況上載到邵逸夫獎官方網頁，等全世界嘅學者可以分享到得獎者嘅精彩演講同得獎喜悅。
下一節翻嚟，我哋會進行隆重嘅頒獎典禮儀式，5位科學家會逐一上台講下佢哋嘅得獎感受。我哋陣間見。
冷門地方非常熱話，外界成日話委內瑞拉美女多，有醫生話大型賽事可能一半嘅佳麗曾經後天加工。記者觸覺發掘當地文化，因為傳統認為唔識欖球就唔係斐濟人。
亞居樂地產園展前面，世界零距離2，星期一晚10點半。合體15年，朋友大過天。
我哋係龍虎。
你係一個唔錯嘅朋友嚟，
值得紀念，搞翻長城宴。
TVB 就希望見到我哋兩個打撐住盛世個樣。
回味 Twins，星期一晚10點半。共同創造中庸和諧的完美品質，這就是五糧液，中國的五糧液，世界的五糧液。
秀髮乾膚受損，令你黯然失色。全新 Dove 金潤養護系列，含珍貴精油，養護不黏膩，秀髮極致絲滑。全新 Dove 金潤養護系列，拎得嚟，拎返走，抵食。垃圾一件不留，抵食。垃圾破壞海岸生態環境，清理人人有責。少少行動就可以保持我哋嘅海岸清潔，保護海洋生態。拎得嚟，拎返走，抵食。保護海岸，廢物不留。ATE 大 IT Shoes。Pizza Hut 全新之脆堡壘批，精選配料，酥脆嘅鬆口批邊，又滿芝士菠菜同意大利巴馬火腿，再品嚐美國星級醬燒豬仔骨，雙重滿足 Pizza and more。而選套餐62折。
一線娛樂就係要有新感覺，先嚟有野生譚校長出沒注意。
野生部校長喺度，我打地鐵新加坡喺度。
節目首次見證校長神乎其技，仲有兩大台慶劇主將獨家分享鏡頭配合。嗰段仲係或者暴躁嘅時候，
我要係真係打到好似男咁樣。
星期一晚7點，鎖定一線娛樂。
各位，本台記者夜晚喺沙田港鐵站拍攝期間，俾人拍跌部手機，面部亦都被擊中，要求在場警員協助。事發喺夜晚8點左右，本台記者喺沙田港鐵站現場，用手機拍攝示威者包圍一啲攜帶行李嘅人士嘅時候，其中一名被包圍人士用手打跌記者手入邊嘅手機，混亂之間，記者面部被擊中，要求在場嘅警員協助。本台新聞部強烈譴責有關暴力行為。機管局計劃開徵機場建設費為例3跑道集資，有議員建議負擔能力較高嘅旅客再俾多一啲。行政總裁林天福認為唔可行。
長途嘅嗰啲頭等同埋商務客位嘅啲旅客咧，佔我哋整體機場旅客嘅嗰個比例係好低嘅。嗰啲只係佔離境客咧，只係佔1個百分比。如果連埋轉機客計埋去，都只不過加埋咧係2%。咁所以如果喺咁嘅情況之下咧，你要加好多，都不能夠真係即係能夠點樣減低到對即係短途經濟客嘅嗰個旅客嘅嗰個負擔。
機場建設費建議頭等同商務客位嘅旅客長途收180，經濟客位短途就收90蚊。
11點半晚間新聞台。
歡迎大家繼續收睇邵逸夫獎2015頒獎典禮。跟住落嚟，我哋即將進行頒獎儀式。
現在恭請主禮嘉賓，中華人民共和國香港特別行政區行政長官梁振英先生為我哋頒獎。有請梁特首。
首先要頒發嘅係邵逸夫天文學獎，今年獎項頒予威廉·白魯奇先生，以表彰佢構思同領導開普勒計劃。呢個計劃大大增進人類對太陽系外行星系及行星內部嘅認識。威廉·白魯奇先生係美國宇航局艾姆斯研究中心開普勒計劃首席研究員。
恭喜晒！有請威廉·白魯奇先生同我哋分享佢嘅得獎感受。
Honored guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is truly an honor and a privilege for me to be here tonight and to receive this very prestigious prize in astronomy from the Shaw Foundation. In particular, I would like to thank my wife, my family, my friends for their unwavering support, to my parents and teachers who have contributed so much to the person that I am. Kepler's 4-year search of 170,000 stars shows that the galaxy is filled with planets, about 10 billion such planets, about the right size, and in a habitable zone where life might evolve exist. Where are these life forms? Why haven't we heard from them? Why has the SETI search over 3 decades not heard any signal? Now is the time for our children and grandchildren to take a step forward and continue this search for answers. Thank you for this most prestigious astronomy prize.
唔該晒，白魯奇先生。跟住落嚟要頒發嘅係邵逸夫生命科學與醫學獎。今年嘅獎項平均頒予2位得獎者，第一位係邦尼·巴斯勒教授，以表彰佢闡釋群體感應嘅分子機制，一種細菌間相互溝通交流信息行為嘅調控機制。呢項工作對於干擾細菌嘅病原體或者係調控微生物群落喺健康應用方面提供咗生命嘅方法。巴斯勒教授係美國普林斯頓大學分子生物系主任及 Scripps 講座教授暨霍華德休斯醫學研究所研究員。第二位得獎嘅係彼得·格林伯格教授，以表彰佢闡釋群體感應嘅分子機制，一種細菌間互相溝通交流信息行為嘅調控機制。呢項工作對於干擾細菌嘅病原體或調控微生物群落喺健康應用方面提供咗生命嘅方法。格林伯格教授係美國華盛頓大學微生物學教授。斯勒教授同我哋分享佢嘅得獎感受。
To the Shaw Foundation, thank you. The Shaw Prize validates the importance of the research that together the members of the quantum sensing field have pioneered. I always thought the best part of being a scientist would be making the discoveries, the aha moment. But I was wrong. The best part of my career is the group of people I work with who make the discoveries. I am standing here for you. We did this together. This is our award. Finally, but not least important, is my husband, Todd Reichert. He is my biggest fan. He always tells me I can do it. He also cooks all of my meals. Todd, you are one of the most essential members of the Quorum Sensing field and of the Bassler Lab. We did this together. This is our award. Thank you. Thank you.
唔該晒邦尼巴斯勒教授，跟住有請彼得格倫伯格教授同我哋分享下佢得獎嘅感受。
With great pride and humility that I accept this honor. I have to thank the many fantastic scientists who worked with me over the last 35 years. Thank my family and friends, particularly my wife Carrie, for undying support. We have a quorum of family here tonight. In the early days, there was a very small group of labs working on the problem, but we learned how light was controlled, how light production was controlled. The field really turned in the 1990s. This was not just some strange phenomenon restricted to luminescent marine bacteria. For our part, we identified quorum sensing signals produced by a human pathogen, a bacterium called Pseudomonas. And this opened a door. Today there are hundreds of scientists working in our field, and we're beginning to harness bacterial sociality to control diseases and for environmental applications and more. Thank you.
唔該晒格林伯格教授，之後要頒發嘅係史密夫數學科學獎。今年獎項平均頒予2位得獎者，第一位係格爾德法爾廷斯教授，以表彰佢喺數論基本工具嘅推行同發展，幫助解決存在已久嘅經典問題。格爾德法爾廷斯教授係德國馬克思普朗克數學研究所所長。
第二位得獎者係亨利克伊曼尼克教授，以表彰佢喺數論基本工具嘅推行同發展，幫助解決存在已久嘅經典問題。伊曼尼克教授係美國羅格斯大學數學系 New Jersey 講座教授。
首先有請格爾德法爾廷斯教授同我哋分享佢嘅得獎感受。
Dear Chief Executive, dear Lord, dear members of the board. Well, I will speak a little bit about mathematics perception of mathematics. And usually if I tell somebody that I'm a mathematician, he starts answering that he was already very little in school and was glad that he had finished with it. And also mathematics is not considered really useful like medicine and physics. This is, for example, one reason why there is no Nobel Prize for mathematics. The Shaw Foundation gives a prize for mathematics so that they also appreciate useless things, and I think we are very much honored by it. For the prize I didn't work for, I got it unsolicited in this gift, and this foundation doesn't expect anything in return. So I think I'm deeply touched by this, and so I thank the foundation.
唔該晒格爾德法爾廷斯教授，跟住有請亨利克伊曼尼克教授同我哋分享佢嘅得獎感受。
I'm very happy to accept the Shaw Prize Award for 2015 in Mathematical Sciences. So I feel today reborn because the selection committee based our results in the citation. But my dear family was constantly supportive throughout my career, which gave me strength. Unfortunately, my wife Kasia couldn't accompany me today because we couldn't do it. However, However, I'm very happy and proud today to be with my younger daughter, Professor Anna Ivanisevic. So I thank the committee for choosing me for this very prestigious and generous award. I also thank the Shaw Prize Secretariat for organizing this wonderful, memorable event.
唔該晒，伊萬尼克教授。
跟住我哋有請行政長官梁振英先生，聯同5位邵逸夫獎得獎者一齊合照。
嚟到呢刻，邵逸夫獎2015頒獎典禮亦都圓滿結束，喺度再次恭喜5位得獎嘅科學家，亦都多謝佢哋嚟到我哋香港頒獎典禮嘅現場，分享佢哋嘅得獎感受。
同時亦非常多謝主禮嘉賓行政長官梁振英先生嘅莅臨，以及各位評審同邵逸夫獎基金會各位成員嘅支持，令到今晚嘅頒獎典禮能夠順利舉行。
科學研究係蘊藏住無限嘅可能性，我哋期待明年嘅頒獎典禮能夠再次見證更多卓越嘅科研成果，同時表揚更多嘅科學家。我哋明年再見，拜拜。
拜拜。
跟住落嚟係位勁歌金曲。專訪港大校長、適合大學教育嘅感想。
To be one of the world's top universities, I thought I already knew that myself, but I really didn't.
做學問成就知